Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games, and today we have news of a potential new LEGO game, or at least something similar to a TT Games LEGO game, coming in the years ahead. This news comes from Tom Stone's LinkedIn page. Now, you may be wondering, who is Tom Stone? Well, he's a pretty pivotal person who used to work at TT Games. Let's check out his about info to learn more. It says, started working in the games industry in 1993 at EA, part of the team to help build FIFA Soccer, worked on the first Harry Potter game as MDEA UK Studios, started Giant Interactive Entertainment with Jonathan Smith in 2003, and had the idea that LEGO and Star Wars might make an excellent video game. Co-creator of TT Games that went on to build the LEGO-based series of games, was lucky enough to have been part of the Playdemic journey as they joined TT Games in late 2016, and now the chairman of Future Lab in Brighton, UK. In addition, work with Greg Richardson and team at Juno Capital Partners based out of San Francisco. So yes, this guy is a co-creator of TT Games who actually came up with, or at least helped come up with, the whole idea to make LEGO and Star Wars into a video game in the first place. The success of the first LEGO Star Wars game is the reason TT Games went on to make, 20 plus more LEGO games over the past 20 years. So yeah, Tom is a genius. You could also look at his experience and see that he was managing director at TT Games from 2003 through 2020. So yeah, he was pretty much there from the start of TT Games' LEGO game era with LEGO Star Wars 1, all the way through Skywalker Saga's development in 2020, which if you've been following my channel for years, you'll remember that a lot of developers left TT Games during that time. But anyway, why am I talking about Tom Stone now? Well, he recently made a post this past week with an exciting announcement. Says, we are launching a new game studio. We're thrilled to announce the launch of a new studio based in Manchester with a mission to become a world-leading developer and publisher of magical gaming experiences for young gamers and their families. Our first game will bring to life a well-beloved and globally renowned IP. We can't wait to share more details about this partnership and the studio itself in the coming weeks. So a few things here. One, this studio will be based in Manchester in the UK, which I find a little interesting because it's the same place where Tintin Games is based. If you don't know, Tintin Games, of course, being the developer of the recent Funko Fusion, which was also made up of several ex-TT Games developers. And then two, he says a world-leading developer and publisher of magical gaming experiences for young gamers and their families. So it does sound like he is targeting a similar demographic to the LEGO games here, so we're probably looking at an E for everyone or E10 plus ESRB rating here. And then third, he mentions a well-loved and globally renowned IP or intellectual property, again sounding pretty similar to the LEGO games. So what could this IP be? He says globally renowned, so I feel like it's got to be a pretty big one. The recent Funko Fusion had a lot of IP like Battlestar Galactica, Scott Pilgrim, things like that. Many of those are pretty big, but I don't know if I would consider most of them globally renowned to where most people across the planet know about them. Maybe Jurassic World / Park would be considered that. But anyway, I'm thinking this could be like a Star Wars, Marvel, DC, or James Bond type franchise. Let's continue on. Says we already have a core team of industry veterans who have worked on some of the most successful video games of the past 20 years, and we're now looking for passionate, talented people to join the adventure. He then goes down a list of different positions that they're hiring for: programmers, head of design, lead artist, technical artist, cutscene animator, all that good stuff. So if you're interested in getting a job in the game industry, there you go. But it is also good to hear that they have some experienced veterans on the team as well. He then says to apply, send your CV and specify the role you're interested in to careers@secondstargames.co.uk. We also welcome speculative applications for roles not listed. We are looking for exceptional talent. All these positions are based in Manchester. Experience with Unreal Engine 5 is preferred. Let's build something magical together, Tom. Now, you may have noticed he doesn't specifically mention the name of this new studio, but there in the email, it does sound like the studio is going to be called Second Star Games. If you do a search on this, you just get an actual game called Second Star, so they don't seem to have a website or anything like that up just yet, at least that I could find. And then Unreal Engine 5 is mentioned as well, which seems to be the engine that every developer is turning to these days. So if we sum this up, we have a family-friendly game based on a major IP. At this point, all we're missing is the LEGO aspect. Well, a couple days later, Tom made a second post saying this: 20 years ago, we released our first game in the LEGO series of video games, LEGO Star Wars. I would like to mark this moment by thanking every single person who has been involved in the creation, development, publishing, marketing, and distribution of the LEGO game series over the years. I would also like to give a special call out to everyone who played these games. Thank you. We are now looking forward to our next adventure. More news soon. Tom. So, very interesting that he calls out the OG LEGO Star Wars along with thanking the people who made all the other LEGO games. Is he implying his next game will be a LEGO game? It definitely seems possible. Now, he does say, now looking forward to our next adventure. I guess you could interpret that as, hey, we did the LEGO games, now we're moving on to something else. Or he could be referencing the LEGO games to signal that that's what this next game is going to be. I don't know, just depends on how you read it, I guess. But guys, that's pretty much going to do it for the news so far. He did mention in that first post that he will be sharing more details, quote, in the coming weeks. And then he also says more news coming soon in this more recent post. So it's possible we could get confirmation on what this game is next month in August. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on XTT Games director Tom Stone and his new studio, Second Star Games. Do you think this is going to be a LEGO game? What do you think the globally renowned IP will be? If we have TT Games still making LEGO games, along with Second Star Games potentially making LEGO games, and then 1010 Games making Funko games, I think we're going to be in a pretty good spot in the years ahead. But we're just going to have to wait and see how all this plays out. I will be keeping a close watch on this, and we'll make new videos to share with you as more news comes out. But that's all I got. Give this video a like if you learned something new, dislike it if not, subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.